Vieira, it's an absolute technical genius. Welcome back to the Arsenal podcast. Still needs a name for it. I've been trying to think of a name, but I can't, I need a distinctive name, but still can't really find one. But that's not an issue. But of course, today we're going to talk about Arsenal against Bodø Glimt. Literally, I think it was, 10 minutes after the game right now. Still feeling very fresh. And I still remember everything. So it's a good thing that, I'm at home watching, nothing to do afterwards. So it's a great thing for me to just sit down and talk about the game. So yeah, Bodø Glimt, second game of this Europa League. And of course, we are trying to win this game, trying to keep a clean sheet. But so far, I just realized that so far we've been playing 5 games. In the home game, we still haven't have a clean sheet at home yet. So finally, it's a good thing where we got a clean sheet finally. And what a performance by Vieira. Actually, before going to Vieira, let's talk about the build-up to the game. We all know that Arsenal played against Spurs last weekend, and we were playing against Liverpool on Sunday, which means playing 2 big teams, and in the middle you play a Europa League team again. Bodø Glimt, I don't want to, of course, shout out to them, respect to them, being in the Europa. It's not an easy thing to do to compete with pretty much the top teams in Europe, and especially against Arsenal today. And yeah, the fact that so Bodø Glimt is supposed to be an easy game, and this game is all about pretty much rotating as many players as we want to, because we try to rest them for the Liverpool game. So my predicted starting 11 was pretty much straightforward. It's actually man-to-man swap. But the only 2 players that I thought, the only 2 players that I think will still be in the starting 11 today, despite playing in the weekend, was probably Gabriel playing on the left-hand side and Xhaka, because, again, we are pretty much very lack of depth in that area. But to my very surprising move is that Martinelli starts over Nelson. Not sure if I agree with that move, because again, Martinelli seems to be I think he is starting every game pretty much right now so far, alongside with Gabriel and Xhaka. And of course, Martinelli is going to have a big game against Trent on Sunday. Really do want to see like the the man-to-man markup and see how. Of course, I do want to see Gabriel Martinelli destroy Trent. And we all know that last time Arsenal play against Liverpool at home, literally Martinelli was very unplayable because literally nobody can nick it off the ball off him. But here we are. Martinelli is playing, of course, at about like everybody probably has that feeling where like Martinelli starting against Bodø Glimt. And Xhaka is playing as well, Gabriel playing as well. But my main concern was probably either Xhaka or Martinelli, because Liverpool is a big game. We don't have anybody to replace in that position, or has the quality to replace that position. But thank God Gabriel didn't injure himself or anything. But if Gabriel was injured or pick up a knock, at least we can shift Tomiyasu in left center back, or put Ben White in that position, swap with Saliba on the left, and then Tomiyasu on the right. At least the back 4 is not going to be a main concern in terms of injury. Of course, with Cedric back as well. And, center mid and also left winger, it's going to be like the main problem, because we don't really have a quality, like top, I'm talking about top quality replacement. Xhaka, you don't want to. I was assuming that Matt Smith might start, like a 50-50, but turns out it was Xhaka, which was totally fine. The surprising one is definitely Martinelli. I thought Nelson, it's fit. I really do want to see him, because, I still want him to have a future. I still want him to be able to compete competitively with Saka on the right or Martinelli on the left, since Smith Rowe it's out for a couple of months. So my concern is I really do want Nelson to succeed, because of all those years. I think 5 years ago he had such a hype in him. We all thought that he might be he might be, the next star from hell. And little do we know that it's that, suddenly we have Saka, we have Nketiah, and Nelson was probably what, kind of dropped to like third or fourth with Joe Willock at one point. But I really hope that Nelson's going to stay and fight for his place. I really do want to see him succeed. And that's pretty much the game. That's pretty much the pre-match review. And we all know what happened to Bodø Glimt. Apparently, the preparation was not enough. The bus broke down, and players are transferred to minivans, and coaching staff was forced to walk. It's not something that you want to hear, to be honest, in any footballing perspective. But yeah, talking about the game right here. Again, I try not to go beyond 20 minutes if I can. Within, we started off slightly slow, a little bit clumsy here and there. The passes were not completely completed. Of course, the chemistry wise is a little bit off, just a little bit off. Even Xhaka makes a mistake today. And I think it's quite normal when you change at least five. When you change 5 players off from the formation from last weekend, you already know there's a possibility that whatever we're seeing or whatever the first 15 minutes before the first goal was pretty much it. Bodø Glimt. We maintained possession. That's the thing. Like, the good thing is we maintained possession, but the final ball wasn't quite there the majority of the time. Clumsy at times as well. Xhaka, Martinelli was a little bit clumsy, and Marquinhos wasn't having the best game of his life, unfortunately. Just not as sharp as last time he was playing against FC Zurich. But then, when you have Tierney and also Tomiyasu coming back to the starting lineup, they were very, very good, I'm telling you. Defensively, physical-wise, both of them are top. And that was pretty much how they were like how we are hanging on there. And then the first goal came in. It was Nketiah, of course. But honestly, that shot from, again, the build-up, Martinelli was a little bit clumsy, kind of towards the end, but still made a very good pass to Tierney on the left. And of course, Tierney, in that moment, you just have to smash it because nobody is arriving in time, right? Smash it. I thought he was going to score that one. Hit the post, but Nketiah, again, that instinct, that fox in the box, puts that one in. 1-0 to Arsenal. And it was a very good goal. I know it was only tapped in, but the build-up was fantastic. And later on, Vieira. Oh, what a player, I'm telling you. He is definitely a direct competitor with Martin Odegaard. I'm telling you, I know Martin Odegaard is the captain of the club. But if Odegaard doesn't have a good game, he is going to be scared because you have Vieira on the bench. And the way how Vieira has been playing so far this season, it's definitely starting 11 worthy. So Martin Odegaard has to step up his game. Even though he came on, I think he did all right, but not as sharp as Vieira. But that pass, that cross to Holding, that one was sweet. He didn't really have a very clean first touch, but then the fact that he was holding on to the ball, he had a quick glance at what in front of him, and just puts that one and curls that one perfectly to Holding's head, and that was a very good header as well. Controversially, there might be a push, but turns out it was fine. It wasn't a foul. And that was it, first half. But of course, there were a few more chances here and there. I think we could have probably scored two more goals in the first half. I think Nketiah tried to sweat it to Martinelli, but I think I wouldn't. You know what? Like, if he goes by himself, I wouldn't be particularly too fuss about it. But he tried to squares it to Martinelli, didn't quite work out. Second half, that one's very struggling to watch, to be honest, because I thought Bodø Glimt actually played better than Arsenal. Bodø Glimt has the majority of the ball. They made so many progressive runs and also passes, and now final third. And of course, Matt Turner finally makes a few saves. Looks very good, but still a little bit wonky, a little bit shaky when he has to play with his feet. But he's a good shot stopper. We can see that the first save he made was pretty much through the legs of Gabriel and also holding. And somehow Turner has the instinct, blocked the shot. That was a perfect save right there. And later on, I think towards the end, the last 30 seconds, it was a good touch. He could have probably dealt with the first ball quite easily from a cross, but redeemed himself by making a very strong right hand save. Thank God Holden was there to clear the line. I was a little bit scared, to be honest. I was a little bit scared, to be honest, that we're not gonna get a clean sheet. But yeah, we were very, very slow. I think with just a lot of passes, we just couldn't really spread. We just can't really spread the formation around. That's the problem that I'm seeing. It's just that we can't. Yeah, I think the build-up was just slightly slow, a little bit clumsy as well. Not everybody has a perfect game. The only players that I thought they have a perfect game was probably Vieira, Tomiyasu, and also Tierney, but now of course Gabriel Jesus as well, and Ketia missed that killer. I would say killer in the second half. Just blast that one over the goalkeeper, but I don't know. At least get a shot on target. I think that's very important, but he didn't. I'm not gonna blame him at all. So, but wow, and then we make that 3 subs in the first half. 60 minutes in, Martinelli's coming off, Xhaka's coming off, and Marquinhos coming off. I mean, that's a valid substitution. Arteta wants to kill the game as soon as possible. There's no way we're going to hang around for another 30 minutes not scoring a goal or not making any improvements in the squad and the team. I think that was a good move, but I'm a little bit scared they're going to take out the balance because you only have Sambi. Sambi was having an okay game. There's times where he didn't really have the awareness. At times when Bodø Glimt is running towards the center, final half, final third, but he was just kind of dragging away from it instead of being proactive and trying to stop or at least put his body in front of your 4 defenders. He was a little bit. He's still lacking in that type of instinct. So, but for Partey, that's not going to be a problem. But again, Sambi's still very young. I'm not expecting him to be like Partey this season. Where was I? Oh, that 3 subs. Marquinhos, I instantly know that he is not going to play the full 90 minutes, and I'm not surprised that he was taken off. Martinelli, Xhaka, that's a very good move. They have to rest now for the last 30 minutes. They have to play in the next game healthy and fit. And then you're playing, I don't know, you play 3 in the middle. It seems like we were playing 1 CDM, no central mid, and two central attacking midfielders. But you can see Odegaard and also Vieira drops back once in a while, trying to fulfill that Xhaka role. Either you're on the left or on the right. I still think that Martin Odegaard still being very responsible in that role. Again, slightly a little bit off because he should be playing in Vieira, but when you have 2 attacking midfielders on, and I don't know, have they played together? Maybe from the last game that they did, but I forgot. But it will be interesting to see how both of them operate together. And that's and then later on we have Ben White coming on, and Tierney is out. Not out. Hopefully he is fine. He seems fine, but it seems like Zinchenko wasn't on bench. There might be a precautionary stuff going on with Zinchenko. He might be. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be featuring the Liverpool game, but I think that was a good move. Taking on Tierney. Hopefully, he is fine with his role. I know it might not be comfortable for him. He is a very traditional left back, aggressive on the ball, a perfect wide back. And there are times where you guys can see he dropped literally in the middle, kind of like a Xhaka role, or not Xhaka role. He often play up a little bit to the center area. I think he did pretty well in that position despite being a traditional left back. But hopefully he is going to be fine. I'm sure this is a technical change where Ben White coming on, because if we assume that Zinchenko is out, Tierney's our only left back left. So yeah, Tomiyasu playing on the left back, which is absolutely brilliant. I love that. But I thought Cedric will be coming on, but might not be the case since we're 2-0 up. Later on, Nelson coming on as well. Again, I said what I need to be said about Nelson. I really do hope that he's going to get more minutes in the Europa. Hopefully be a competitor, a direct competitor to either Martinelli or Xhaka. I really do want to see that. I really do want to see him succeed. I really do want him to be successful in the club, no matter how many years he has left. I don't know if he's going to sign a contract. His contract is running out next season, so I really do hope that he's going to be back to his best. And it came on Gabriel Jesus. That assist was filthy. It all came out from a throw on the left hand side, and just tiptoeing everybody pretty much, and pass it to Vieira. Smash that one. Make sure that nobody's can block the ball. 3-0. That was the end of it. And honestly, overall, I think I would give it a 7 out of 10. Again, certain areas where I don't think it was perfect. Certainly, the first 20-25 minutes of second half was completely hard to watch. We just couldn't maintain the position. We just tend to give away the final ball. But we got the job done again. We simply have more chances than Bodø Glimt, and we took all those chances, as many chances as we can. 3-0. Scoreline, I think is fair, to be honest. Maybe a goal or two more. Bodø Glimt could probably have one towards the end, but try not to be biased. But that was still a good game from Arsenal. But right now, everything has to be recollected back to Colony. Hopefully we can learn, or hopefully they can learn some mistakes in the Europa, and trying to improve that. And we are going to bring on the battle against Liverpool. It is going to be a very important game, 100%. Honestly, I can't wait. Liverpool their form seems to be dropping a little bit, and of course they drew against Brighton, and I think they were at home for some reason. So we are at home this time, and they're not particularly in a very good form. Then I really do hope Arsenal is going to play them well. We haven't beat Liverpool at home for a while. I don't remember the last time, to be honest. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope Arsenal is going to win Liverpool. Don't care about the scoreline. But I win. I don't care if we won by one goal, like 2-1 or anything. As long as we just need to take that win. We just need to keep on going. Playing against Spurs, beat them 3-1. Great result, but we have to continue to perform till the end of the season in order to be, to get top 4. The whole thing about Arsenal winning the league, it's complete nonsense. Like, as an Arsenal fan for the past 18 years, and seeing what Haaland did to United gives me a certain fear. But at the same time, we don't have quality of depth, so let's put it out there, and hopefully we are going to go at them, give them a very tough battle, hopefully getting a result, getting a win in the end. So thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.